Hello. You're new. What can I get you to drink tonight? Oh, pure ethanol is not on the menu, I'm afraid. But I'm sure we could find you something that suits your taste. Feel free to take a look at the wall or the cocktail menu to see if anything interests you. Or I could guess. Well, I can certainly try. It's fun to play a little game with the new customers, when it's slow, of course. What do you say? If you don't like it, your first drink is free. Excellent. Let me take a look at you. You could be a whiskey drinker, but I sort of doubt it. Whiskey people tend to hold themselves in a certain way. Like they're just waiting to be asked what their favorite Scottish distillery is. There's beer, but beer people are boring, can be boring, and you don't look boring. You're not a hard, sparkling water drinker, because no one wants to waste time to come into a bar to sit down and drink a White Claw. Also, you look like you have taste. It's not just White Claw. I'm a certified sparkling water hater. It's basically liquid TV static. Now shush, you're distracting me. Let's see. Here, why don't I just... All right. So we all love a rum and coke. And lime. And it's a Cuba Libre, which I love even more. It's gorgeous and a classic. I call this a Cuba and North Carolina Libre. It's a mouthful, but you won't complain once you get a mouthful. I like to pretend that I'm a mixologist when it's slow. See, I replace the Coke with some cheerwine, so it has a cherry and lime flavor. How do you like it? Oh, good, I'm glad. Don't worry, even if you didn't like it, your first drink is free. I love this game, and I never get to make this for people. Thank you. Alright, but now that you've got your drink in hand, how else can I help you? Well, I feel like I've done this long enough to get a good read on people when they walk through my door. And the impression I get from you is the whole song and dance, service with a smile experience. Well, that might not be what you're looking for at this moment. Oh, well, it's not that obvious. I'm just looking for it. People walking into a bar alone, there's only so many moods they could be in. If you're not in the best one, that's okay. If you're not up for chit-chat, I'll keep your drink topped up and my mouth shut. You want to pick-me-up? I'll give you a pick-me-up. The old charm and razzle-dazzle. Pick your poison. Pretty thing like you? Hardly a downer, don't you worry. Too much? It just happens. Really, it's hard to bring down the mood on a quiet night in a place like this. The salarymen down at the other end certainly don't care, so you shouldn't either. That is to say, I care enough to hear you out on your woes, if you want to tell them. I disagree. Listening to patrons' troubles over a drink, that's basically in the bartender's handbook, right next to check IDs and play along when customers ask for a martini shaken, not stirred, even though that's like a terrible drink. Oh, the worst. Shaking it waters it down. It physically pains me to make it, especially since that last request I get at least twice a week. So, what's up? Work, family, friends, dating? No, I'm unattached at the moment, but I've done the whole dating circuit. I know how that stuff can just suck. So what's it for you? Too many hot singles breaking down your door? Yeah? Can I ask how that went? I have to admit, your date couldn't have gone that well if you came right from the restaurant next door to drink your sorrows. Huh. Mm-hmm. Wait. You're joking. Oh, you're not? Oh my god, where did you find this person? The most wanted list? Ugh, please tell me they're not getting a second date. Probably. Come on! That maybe wasn't the worst date you've ever been on, but you can do better. Yeah, you can do better. Because you can do better than someone that laps at their water glass like a dog in a restaurant? That's insane. And respectfully disagree. I do agree that it's unrealistic to think you'll find the perfect person right away. Relationships, they require time and effort and compromise. That doesn't mean they shouldn't be hard, though, and that you should saddle yourself with a fixer-upper. How does that saying go? There's plenty of fish in the sea because there are, and you absolutely shouldn't settle for a catfish. I don't know. A catfish is like the grossest, lamest fish I could think of. No, I'm not in a relationship and not really looking, I guess. I don't really like the process of dating apps and websites. The whole pomp and circumstance of it. I think it's something about selling and marketing drinks all day and not wanting to have to market myself, too, on top of all that. Not that I'm above it or anything, it just doesn't appeal to me. Well, I was about to say I go out and meet people the old-fashioned way, one by one, but that makes me sound like a pretentious hipster, and two, that wouldn't even be true. I wish it were, but I really don't have much time for all that. I work. Spend time with friends and family when I'm not working. It's not that I don't go out, but you really have to make an effort to go out and meet new people, which is something I'm not really prioritizing, I guess. I do, as much as the next person. Why, do I strike you as the casual hookup type? Well, I'm not. At least not anymore. I don't know. I think when it happens, it'll be organic. It'll just happen by the grace of, I don't know, serendipity, fate, chance, all that stuff. If I don't, I don't. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I think it will, eventually. I know it in the same way everybody knows anything about love, which I don't really. I guess you feel it, you know? No, it's not as simple or lazy like that. It's more like, I think fate is less like a helicopter parent and more like a really good teacher. It's not going to repeatedly shove your soulmate in your face until you get the hint, but it'll be obvious if you're looking for it, if you're ready for it. The person who's right for me isn't gonna fall into my lap like some rom-com, because that would be way too easy. It's more like they'll walk into my bar, and I have to take the initiative to make the first move. And, that's what this is, by the way. Let me make the first move. Come on, because you're beautiful, because you're interesting and easy to talk to, because I haven't seen you smile yet, but I bet tonight's tips that'll light up this place. That's it for now. Simple as breathing. Do we need more reason than that? Well, hey, I like simple personally. I like straightforward, like I said. I don't think this all has to be hard, per se. Fortune doesn't favor martyrs, fortune favors the bold, and I want to be so bold as to ask you out on a date. To a much better restaurant than where you went tonight, I should add. Well, let's just say that their staff come in here to unwind after their shifts. I love them to pieces, and they're always welcome here, but I'm not sure I want to pay any of my money for the food they've made. I know too much. Why would I pity you? You're hot. Of course you're hot. Maybe a little stupid, but bartenders live on tips. But you think I flirt and play the guess the drink game with every Tom, Dick, and Larry that walks in here? Well, I mean, I would if they looked half as good as you did. There's that smile. I was right, too. It is a showstopper. Now, how about that date?